So I want to say a little bit about the foundation of Buddhist thought. I feel now is the time to talk about this program, past, present, and in the future. So many of you who are in this my website may know the history of the foundation of Buddhist thought. So from now on I will say FBT, Foundation of Buddhist Thought. And it is really started while I was in Jamyang Buddhist Centre as a resident teacher in a very early stage, I think 1995 or 6, after 1.5 or 2 years after I've been Jamyang's resident teacher. I was searching to find a structured Buddhist study course in English or in other European languages. And those days there were very few. One thing which I still clearly remember was in German. There was a great Geshe in Germany called Geshe Tashi Tsering. And so he had a quite well structured Buddhist study course in German with the help of some of his great students. But those were in German, and I wasn't completely sort of sure that is the right that I was searching for. And so then Jamyang was very busy to move from North London, Finsbury Park, to South London near Elephant Castle. So end of 1996 and 7 were very busy to move, first to secure the building, then move into the new building and to make the building usable for the classes and so forth. Along those days, I was also trying to put a program because after I noticed almost there were none even in English, that kind of structured program. I'm talking about in Tibetan Buddhism. So then this course come into existence, and my main aim, the aim of this course is for the student who have studied Buddha Dharma for a while, have some understandings, been to some Buddhist classes, and also I have came across through Jamyang Buddhist Centre. There are students, people, young Westerners, who have been to Asia and then have received many teachings from different teachers, and have received teachings not in a more step by step, but whatever teaching come across, they just receive that. So therefore their understanding of the Buddha Dharma in general, and particularly Tibetan Buddhism, is very much, what in English there is a particular expression saying hodgepodge, something like that, here and there, here and there. But some of them have a very good understanding too. So saying this, and also, my sort of little understanding about Western way of studying in general and I thought it is good to have Buddhist studying course closer to the Western way of studying the different topics and subjects in a more structured way, divide into modules, divide into topics, and then have some form of step-by-step to build. Then also in terms of the methodology, to learn, talk, listen to the talks, write, the homework, meditation, exam. So some of those, these are not just Western way of studying. These are also existed in the East. But in the Dharma, studying Dharma, that is not existed. Nowadays, more and more, like in the monastery now where I am, they do the exam writing and so forth, but traditionally don't have, mainly oral-based studying, receiving teaching. That's, the only way of learn the Dharma. So that kind of course is very important to have. I noticed that. So I think in end of 1997, early 1998, while working in the building, this course is put together. I think, although my time might be a little bit changed, not necessarily very that kind of accurate, but that is what I feel now. So that is the very brief background of how this course come into existence. Of course, then help of many of my friends in Jamyang, particularly sadly he wasn't with us anymore. John Underwood put lots of times and effort to make this course. First of all, in a very to run in Jamyang. Then eventually this course turned into not just the campus course, but also correspondence course. So the course itself lasts for 2 years and divided into 6 modules, and each module has its own course book now and recording talk and questions, answers, all those things are there. Because of this, many people put effort, make it happen. When the campus course, after running 3 or 4 campus courses in Jamyang in London, but also I ran this course in Leeds and Barcelona and in Vajrayogini as campus course, more and more people would like to have to join this course, but because of the, they were not living in London or in those places, they couldn't come. So then I think around 2004-05, then this course turned into correspondence course, distance learning course. Again, many people put effort to make it happen. So since 2004-05, I can't remember exactly the time, until 2018, the course is run quite successfully from Jamyang Buddhist Centre, and many people have expressed the benefits of having this course through correspondence because of the lifestyle and other circumstances. And many people had successfully finished 2-year course, and some follow not just the foundation of Buddhist thought, but also follow-up course, Lamrim, based on Geshe great Lamrim. There's another, not exactly the same as the foundation Buddhist course as structured, but still there's another course. So some people follow that course. So that is the past history of this course. And so then in 2018, in March, when I was appointed by His Holiness the Dalai Lama to become the abbot of Serame Monastery, then of course I have to resign or leave Jamyang, because I felt I can't do the two things, running as a Jamyang resident teacher and also the abbot of the Serame. My character, if I want to do something, I will do all my best on that, focus on that. So I thought, okay, I worked in Jamyang for 23 since 1994 May until the May 2018, and that kind of time is good enough. And so I asked Lama Zopa Rinpoche release me, and he kindly accepted my resignation. And so, but it is not that straightforward, because my work in Jamyang is part of who I am, what I am, also in the future who I will be. And in that case, I need to talk to Jamyang's director, trustees, to make it very clear where they are standing and where I am standing in terms of all these, the works that I've done with them. And that includes the rights of the Foundation Buddhist Thought, intellectual property right, and so on and so forth. So I will not go any detail on that. So then, because the Foundation Buddhist Thought has been running at Jamyang as a correspondence course since it started until still, a last group is still doing it. I think they are finishing soon. Then, I have to talk to Jamyang, are they interested to run the course? If they are interested in running the course, under what condition, what form, and what is the Jamyang's right, or what is my right, and all those things. And initially, Jamyang, they said they are seriously interested to run, and I said that is the best. If Jamyang wants to run, my first preference is to Jamyang, because the course is created while I was in Jamyang, and many people know it is the running from Jamyang, and for me, I don't have any other means to run the course, but because I'm going to India and have this big job in India, so I don't have any means to run the course, because running this kind of course is not that easy. So many other things, and so many people need to involve many things to be done properly. So I was very pleased initially when they come, and we have some the sort of discussion under what condition, what are the Jamyang's commitment, what kind of role that I can play, and more or less we accept that's going to happen. But after 6 or 7 months, I can understand that time Jamyang was going through some turbulence times, and then Jamyang said they can't do the course, and I accepted that, because my first in my mind, the first thing that I like to offer is Jamyang. Then founded the FPMT. They have this overall study program, online study program in many different other topics, many different courses, and they are interested. They express their interest, not direct to me, but some of my friends, like John Bernal, had a good discussion with some of those FPMT people who are in charge of those courses. I don't know who they are exactly. So John had long discussions back and forth, and eventually FPMT said they don't want to run the course. So that is the, I will not go all the details, there's no point to go all the details, and these all are past. I'm just more looking for the future. So those are the things. Now the future. And the future, because the course, as I mentioned, so many people have put effort to make it happen. It is not just me. Many people from Jamyang and outside Jamyang. And many people have expressed the course is extremely helpful, useful. People who have done the course, some of them done the course 2-3 times, not just the one round, 2-3 rounds. And it is not just in the UK, but all over the world, from Australia to America, in Europe, and including in Mongolia and so forth. So I feel it is very pity if I leave it, die this course without doing anything. So Peter and Trey, they are very, I know them, quite a long time ago, and they have done the course, and they have, expressed the course is extremely useful, helpful. And so along our discussion, they come forward and they will sort of run the course. Now that is now what we are talking about. So now this Foundation of Buddhist Thought course is going to run by, led by Peter and Trey. And so the general structure will be the same. There are 6 books and 6 modules, and also the recorded talks by me, and also from time to time I will come to the groups and have some questions and answers discussions. And so course is going to be basically going to be run same as it has run while in Jamyang in terms of the general structure. Of course, now there are more modern gadgets, and there are some changes in terms of the this and that. So I will not go any detail because I don't have detailed information yet. Why I'm saying this is to get the people. I haven't said this to anybody or any sort of in a written statements or anything like that, because I don't want to create any unnecessary chattering or gossips. So now I'm saying this because things are very clear. Because, as I said, first of all, course itself is extremely useful, helpful. Many people have expressed, and many people have said it is shame if we don't run this course. And then as I briefly explained, my first priority or choice I've given to Jamyang Buddhist Centre, and they try. And because of the situation, they decided they're not going to do that. Then, FPMT have had some interest and negotiated. And from my point of view, negotiation is not just something which I, or through John, I demanded something big things from FPMT. Not at all, not at all. It is just I don't know exactly what's the reasons, but they declined to run the course. I'm happy with that. I offer, and if they decline, they have their own right. And I have my own right. So that is how it is. Now, we want to, with help of Peter and Tree, I would like to run this course again, and so I hope people will join and they will benefit from this course. Oh yeah.